Hey everyone, and welcome back. I haven't filmed in a while, so this is kind of awkward. I'm not sure where to start, but let me just start saying that this video will be about my newest planner. I'm gonna talk about the setup, and also before that I want to talk about my planner journey leading up to this. Previously, before this planner, I had like a few planners. I spent 1 month experimenting in one planner or some sort of format, or the size I was experimenting with, or the layout, whether it was a weekly or a daily format. So September was in the traveler's notebook, similar to this one, but it was my purple chic sparrow one. And I was experimenting playing with a traveler's notebook again, whether I liked it, but it turns out that the same thing that was annoying me about the traveler's notebook, sorry about the noise, is that it doesn't lay flat. You can't really like read your plan, like you cannot leave the planner open like that, it will just tend to close. So I moved out of the traveler's notebook system to an A5, because the A5, sorry, I forgot to pull out my A5 here. And because my A5, which is this, it doesn't fit in the frame, but this is my A5 Midnight Love Doki. As you can see, it's well loved. It lays flat, of course, so I moved next into that planner, and actually stayed in that planner for 2 months because I needed the space and I had a lot of projects. So between October to November I was in the A5, but at the end of November I had a function that requires me to move out of the office, and I had to carry my laptop, my planner, a bottle of water. So it was quite hard to achieve, so I needed to downsize. So I went to use this my A6 journal, and I turned it around and used this one as my planner. I set it up like this, and I used it something like bullet journal style. So for the whole of December I was in this. I was quite happy with this actually, and simply because it fits everything that I needed, and it was bound, it was just easy to carry, and it lays flat open. As I mentioned, that's something that I look for in a planner. So I was quite happy in this, but then for January the next year I decided to move into my pocket again. So I carried month on 2 pages, some pages for list, and it kind of got bulky because I also have a lot of cards that wouldn't fit in here, so I stuck them in here. So it made my planner slash wallet very bulky. So I ended up looking for another solution to this. So for February I decided to move into an A6 planner in a ring A6 planner. I didn't carry it with me today, but the A6 planner is so much bigger than I thought. It was like really huge, and I cannot grip it with one hand. I felt like if I carried the A6 and went grocery shopping, and I would have, if I jostled myself, it would have felt out of my hands kind of feeling. So I wasn't secure with the A6, so I really was struggling with using that. I wasn't happy with the A6 to use as my wallet slash planner thing. So for March I decided to move back to my pocket for my wallet, and what I have in here is my cards, and I currently have some grid pages for grocery shopping, but what I intend to do in here is to add my month on 2 pages in the pocket size for future reference, and I just have like the month views only, just for reference in case I needed to think about, oh, what was I gonna do next month. So that is my wallet. I don't use this for planning at all now. So since I didn't use my pocket for planning, I was like, what am I going to use now for a planner? And I am very comfortable in using a deeper page view because I have a lot of things to do in a day. So I needed a size that is something like a personal size, and I have personal size here, and I needed the space. And I actually received this planner like just in time. I received this on the 2nd of March, and when I saw it I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. Because for one thing, it's small, and then it's compact. It's really not that thick at all with the small disc, and it lays flat open when you open it. So it's something that I'm looking for in a planner. So I decided to use this as my actual planner instead of just using it for designing as I intended to. I only picked this up because some of my customers and people were asking whether my stickers fit the Mini Happy Planner. If you don't know, I do make stickers. I have a shop at BruneiPlannersClub.com. I will leave the links down below. But I didn't know how to answer them because I have not seen a Mini Happy Planner in person. So I decided to pick one up just for testing purposes and designing purposes. But instead, I actually fell really in love with this planner. So now let's get into this setup. Sorry for the long introduction. So as you can see here, this is a well-planned live version of the Mini Happy Planner. And at first, when I was choosing which cover to pick up, I thought whichever will work because it was just going to be my design planner. I'm not going to use it. But instead, I really am happy because I picked this one up. And the tabs here has the typewriter font that I really like. I think compared to the other plain ones, I prefer this one. So I really am happy with this planner. I cannot tell you how excited I am. So let's get into this setup. So the first page here is, you can see the inside cover. I stuck a paper here with washi tape indicating my color code: green for finance, purple for personal, blue for home, gray for work, and this teal color for business. And this is the mild liner colors. And then I put some pages here. I cut some Rhodia paper for this is kind of like my brain dump section, and also like to remind me kind of section. So I have 4 areas here to remind me, and these are just the things I need to do in the 4 areas. So yeah, so I have a few pages of those for my brain dump section. So the idea is that if I think of something to do, I will just jot it down and get it out of my head, and it's down here, and it depends. I can write it down in my note section here or put it in my calendar to schedule to do. So that's the idea behind this. And next this is the introduction page, I guess you call it. And I use stickers from Freckle Font here. I've been hoarding that sheet forever, and I finally just used a few just to make my name. And then you get the year overview, and then we get to January. I took the January monthlies out and the weeklies out because it was kind of bulking the planner. And as you can see, I was testing the measurement and stuff in here, and this is part of January. I was testing stickers in here already, so that's why you can see like January is incomplete. And February as well, I just kept the dividers because I didn't like the missing dividers kind of look to it. It feels incomplete, so I just kept the dividers, but I took the other side out on all the weekly side out. And then this I kept because it's currently in March. So March monthly looks like this. It's kind of messy because it's the first time I'm using this planner. I just scribbled things out, and then I decided to add another section at the back for my planning for shop stuff instead of doing it like this. So if you move to if I just jump to April for now, you can see that I have pre-decorated for April. That's the sticker that I was testing. So for April, what I'm gonna do is I just make my month very pretty, and it's just gonna track my personal and home stuff. Like as you can see, it's for insurance and then school. So it's gonna be my personal and home stuff, and then another section at the back for my business. So let's go back to March. So the first week in March, I first got this planner on Thursday the 2nd, and a lot of things happened that day. I lost my debit card unfortunately, but I actually also received this planner when I got home, so that was a good thing. So I wanted to do this, but I didn't, so that was the front arrow, but I haven't taken care of this task. This is for my pocket, as I mentioned earlier. And then I just jot down things like this, and what I did was the section in front here is for event, like time events, and then on this side I just put task, and I like that I can see it easily that way. And for this week I decided to do the same, so whatever events are happening I put it on this side, and whatever tasks I need to do I put on this side. So as I mentioned, I really do like the day per page view, so I just made this small insert just to test it out. So, and this clear thing is the packaging that came with this planner. It's this packaging that already had this inside. It was in the front, so I just cut off the rest of the packaging and used this part as a page lifter. Like if I am going to find my page, it is actually just slightly above, so I just go to this page. So use whatever you have, don't throw away your packaging, guys. So that's my week so far. So let's go to what I have done. I have made changes. I mean, April, I've shown you this already. And then because I have leftover stickers for April, I decided to create myself a folder. So this folder is made from the Planner Society paper, and I just cut off the other part of it and stuck it with washi here, and I put the leftover stickers inside. So that's that, and I just put it in the area after April. I mean, I cannot talk today. So next, let me just show you the additional things that I created. So January to December is basically untouched. I just kept those sections intact with the addition of the pocket and what I have decorated, so that's unchanged. And then at the last day of December, yeah, so this is the last day of December, and the next page is this notes page, just one notes page. So what I've added is 3 sections here for my own areas that I needed. So the first thing is this school holiday thing. This is for the school term in Brunei. So you have the school term, the holiday, and then the public holiday right here. So I just stuck this one here. And then the first divider is my month on 2 pages. So this is my planning section. So I have this separate monthly page just to plan out my shop stuff. So this is when I'm planning when to design things and when to cut them and stuff like that. So this is for that purpose. Sorry, I'm not in frame. So you can see this is my planning pages. I haven't planned for April and I have not planned for May yet, but yeah, so that's how it's going. And then The next divider is just line pages, which I have not worked on yet. What I planned in here is the reason why I moved into here is because I needed an area for my sticker idea storage. So what I did use in my A6 is this. My sticker ideas were organized by type, like script words, icons, and weekly kids, so things like that. I need to move those in here, so this is the section for that. And then the last section is just grid paper, and this will be serving as my meeting notes. So when I'm going to meeting in my day job, I will use this area to jot down for notes. So usually I actually have a separate A5 size planner, A5 size notebook just to jot down notes, but I have multiple notebooks and sometimes I don't know which one is in which information is in which, so that is also a headache. So that is that, and that's it for my mini happy planner setup. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, just let me know and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.